Muy bien. Ok, entonces este video, 4th of July, 4th of July, Independence Day. Vamos a verlo una vez más y ya vi que estaban haciendo, ¿verdad? Están, todo nombre que escuches, escríbelo. Nombres, fechas, nombre de ciudad, nombre de lugar, todo dato lo vas anotando. Ok, here we go.
Sí.
Va nuevamente.
Grandpa, why do we celebrate the 4th of July?
Well, you see, July 4th, 1776 was a very special day in America.
1776? That sure was a long time ago. So, what makes that day so special?
This was the first Independence Day in America.
Independence? What does that mean?
Independence means freedom. For many years, American colonies were ruled by British leaders. They had to do what the British rulers told them to do. They could not make up their own laws. Congress leaders wanted to change this. They wrote the Declaration of Independence, explaining why America should be free from Great Britain. On July 4, 1776, the Declaration of Independence was approved by Congress. America was finally free.
Hooray! Now Americans could do whatever they wanted.
Oh no, dear. America was free from British laws, but they had to make up new ones. Years later, in 1787, the Constitution was written. The framers of the Constitution had a meeting at Independence Hall in Philadelphia. Some famous framers were Benjamin Franklin and George Washington. Together, 39 framers signed and agreed on the rights that American citizens should have.
Rights? What are rights?
These are things that people have the freedom to do.
You mean like the Bill of Rights? I remember we learned about that at school.
Exactly. The Bill of Rights were amendments or small changes made to the Constitution in 1791. They were added to protect certain rights of American citizens.
Like freedom of speech and religion, right?
You've got it. And freedom of the press and many other rights.
So Americans have all these rights because of what happened on July 4th, 1776.
This was the beginning of it all.
And we celebrate the 4th of July to show how much we appreciate our freedom.
Absolutely.
Grandpa, I think Independence Day is my new favorite holiday.
Me too, dear. Me too.
Very good. ¿Se anotaron palabras nuevas?
Sí, profe.
Ok. Ok, ahora vamos a hacer este ejercicio. Díganme si lo estoy compartiendo con ustedes.
Sí, sí, profe.
Sí. ¿Qué está titulado? ¿Cómo está titulado este ejercicio?
Independence Day.
Very good. Juntos, por favor. Independence Day.
Independence Day.
Very good. Very good. Y mira, tenemos aquí el vocabulario. Tal vez el vocabulario que tú tienes sea muy similar a este. Vamos a ver. Number 1, together, celebrate.
Celebrate.
That sure was.
That sure was.
Independence Day.
Independence Day.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Colonies.
Colonies.
Ruled.
Rule.
leaders,
leaders,
makeup,
makeup,
laws,
laws,
wrote,
wrote,
Declaration of Independence,
Declaration of Independence,
should be,
should be
approved,
approved,
the Constitution,
the Constitution,
framers,
framers,
signed,
signed,
agreed.
agreed,
Aquí se repite, agreed.
agreed,
Rights,
rights,
Bill of Rights,
Bill of Rights,
amendments,
amendments,
added,
added,
freedom of speech,
freedom of speech and religion,
and religion, freedom of the press,
freedom of the press,
beginning,
beginning,
appreciate,
appreciate,
absolutely,
absolutely,
holiday.
holiday.
Very good. ¿Algunas de estas coincide con las que tú escribiste?
Sí,
Sí, ¿como cuál, Berenice?
como Independence Day, como
Ok, bueno, vamos a
Freedom.
uno por uno. Independence Day.
Okay.
L1,
Independence Day, Día de la Independencia.
Día de la Independencia. ¿Cuál otra?
Colonies,
Colonies. Colonies. L1,
colonias.
colonias. Very good. Next one.
Freedom también, profe.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Freedom. L1,
Libertad.
libertad. Very good. ¿Alguna otra?
Leaders,
Leaders. Líderes. ¿Alguna
Ujú.
otra?
Declaration of Independence,
Declaración de Independencia.
freedom of speech and religion, y freedom of the press.
Very good. Libertad
De expresión, ¿no? Como de
expresión.
hablar.
Así es. Libertad de expresión y religión y libertad de la prensa. Right. Vanessa, ¿tú, algunas que tú hayan coincidido con estas que tenemos aquí?
Rights.
Rights. Derechos.
Approve.
Ruled.
Approve.
Approved. Aprobado.
Ajá.
¿Cómo está approved? No
Y
lo veo
está
bien.
approved.
sign. Acá.
¿Qué número es approved?
El
El
13.
13.
El 13. Approved. Aprobado.
Y sign.
Signed. Signed. Firmado. Firmado. Okay. Very good. So number 1. Celebrate.
Celebrate.
Celebrar. That sure was. Esta es una expresión. That sure was funny. That sure was funny. Together, please.
That sure was
Funny.
funny. That sure was funny.
That sure was funny. L1.
Seguramente fue o
Eso realmente fue.
realmente fue. Ok.
Eso realmente fue.
Ujú.
¿Cómo dirías? Eso realmente fue muy malo.
That sure was bad or
Really bad.
horrible.
That
Really
sure
bad.
was really bad. Dame un ejemplo, Vanessa, usando that sure was. Eso realmente fue.
That sure was good.
That sure was good. Eso realmente fue bueno. Very good. Berenice, dame otro, por favor.
And that sure was amazing.
That sure was amazing. L1.
Eso realmente fue grandioso, creo que es.
Grandioso. Asombroso.
Ujú.
Asombroso. Muy bien. Together, Independence Day.
Independence Day.
Día de la Independencia. Freedom.
Freedom.
Libertad. Colonies.
Colonies.
Colonias. Ruled.
Rules.
Reinado. Gobernado. Leaders.
Leaders.
Líderes. Makeup.
Makeup.
Componer. Componen. Laws.
Laws.
Leyes. Wrote.
Wrote.
Escribió. Es el pasado de escribir. Write. Declaration of Independence.
Declaration of Independence.
Declaración de independencia. Should be.
Should be.
Debería ser. Approved.
Approved.
Aprobado. The Constitution.
The Constitution.
La Constitución. Framers.
Framers.
Carpinteros. O, bueno, literalmente son carpinteros, ¿verdad? Signed.
Sign.
Firmado. Es el pasado de firmar. Sign. Sign, firmar. Agreed.
Agreed.
Acordado. Es el pasado de agree. Acordar. We agree. Nosotros acordamos. We don't agree. Nosotros no acordamos. Rights.
Rights.
Derechos. Bill of Rights.
Bill of Rights.
Documento de derechos. Amendments.
Amendments.
Esto es como es sinónimo de rights, derechos. Right. Son derechos. Added.
Added.
Agregado. Es el pasado de add. Right. Freedom of speech and religion, ya lo dijimos, ¿verdad? Freedom of the press también. Beginning.
Beginning.
Beginning. Comenzar.
Beginning.
Appreciate.
Appreciate.
Apreciar. We appreciate your business. Apreciamos tus negocios. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutamente. Holiday.
Holiday.
Día festivo. Como hoy. Today is a holiday. Hoy es un día festivo. Today is a holiday. Ok. So, eso es el vocabulario nuevo. Aquí tenemos el diálogo. Ok. Escuchen, vamos línea por línea. Lo vamos a leer así, ok. Grandpa, why do we celebrate the 4th of July? Juntos, por favor.
Grandpa, why do we celebrate the 4th of July?
Well, you see, July 4th, 1976 was a very special day in America. Together, please.
Well, you see, July 4th, 1776 was a very special day in America.
That sure was a long time ago.
That sure was a long time ago.
Eso realmente fue hace mucho tiempo. So what makes that day so special?
So what makes that day so special?
Así que, ¿qué hace ese día tan especial? This was the first Independence Day.
This was the first Independence Day
In America.
in America.
Este fue el primer día de independencia en América. Independence.
Independence?
Independencia. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
¿Qué significa eso? Independence means freedom.
Independence means freedom.
Independencia significa libertad. For many years, American colonies were ruled by British leaders.
For many years, American colonies were ruled by British leaders.
Por muchos años, colonias americanas fueron gobernadas por líderes británicos. They had to do what the British rulers told them to do.
They had to do what the British rulers told them to do.
Ellos tenían que hacer lo que los líderes británicos le decían que hacer. They couldn't make up their own laws.
They couldn't make up their own laws.
Ellos no podían componer sus propias leyes. Congress leaders wanted to change this.
Congress leaders wanted to change this.
Los líderes del Congreso querían cambiar esto. They wrote the Declaration of Independence.
They wrote the Declaration of Independence.
Ellos escribieron la Declaración de Independencia, explaining why Americans should be free from Great Britain.
Explaining why America should be free from Great Britain.
explicando por qué América debería estar libre de Gran Bretaña. On July 4th, 1776,
On July 4th, 1776,
en el 4 de julio de 1776, the Declaration of Independence was approved.
the Declaration of Independence was approved
La Declaración de Independencia fue aprobada by Congress,
by Congress.
por el Congreso. America was finally free.
America was finally free.
América finalmente era libre. Hooray! Now Americans could do whatever they wanted.
Hooray! Now Americans could do whatever they wanted.
Hurra, ahora los americanos podían hacer lo que quisieran. Oh no, dear.
Oh no, dear.
Oh no, cariño. America was free from British laws.
America was free from British laws.
América estaba libre de las leyes británicas, but they had to make up new ones.
But they had to make up new ones.
Pero ellos tenían que componer nuevas. Years later, in 1787,
Years later, in 1787,
años después, en 1787, the Constitution was written.
the Constitution was written.
La Constitución fue escrita. The framers of the Constitutions had a meeting.
The framers of the Constitution had a meeting.
Los originarios, los carpinteros, los que construyeron, ¿verdad? Los carpinteros de la Constitución tuvieron una reunión at Independence Hall in Philadelphia.
At Independence Hall in Philadelphia.
En el Salón de Independencia en Filadelfia. Some famous framers were Benjamin Franklin and George Washington.
Some famous framers were Benjamin Franklin and George Washington.
Algunos carpinteros famosos, algunos originarios famosos fueron Benjamin Franklin y George Washington. Together, 39 framers signed and agreed on the rights of the American citizens should have.
Together, 39 framers signed and agreed on the rights that American citizens should have.
Juntos, los 39 originarios firmaron y acordaron en los derechos que los ciudadanos americanos deberían tener. Rights? What are rights?
Rights? What are rights?
¿Derechos? ¿Qué son derechos? These are the things that people have the freedom to do. Together, please.
These are things that people have the freedom to do.
Very good. Estas son las cosas que la gente tiene la libertad de hacer. You mean like the Bill of Rights?
You mean like the Bill of Rights?
¿Te refieres al documento de derechos? I remember we learned about that in school.
I remember we learned about that in school.
Recuerdo que aprendimos sobre eso en la escuela. Exactly. The Bill of Rights were amendments.
Exactly. The Bill of Rights were amendments.
Exactamente. El documento de derechos eran reglas, eran acuerdos. Or small changes.
Or small changes.
O pequeños cambios made to the Constitution in 1791.
Made to the Constitution in 1791.
Hechos a la Constitución en 1791. They were added to protect certain rights of American citizens.
They were added to protect certain rights of American citizens.
Fueron agregados para proteger ciertos derechos de ciudadanos americanos, like freedom of speech and religion, right?
Like freedom of speech and religion, right?
Como libertad de, ¿qué dijimos?
Expresión.
Libertad de expresión y religión, ¿cierto? You got it.
You got it.
Así es, lo tienes. And freedom of the press and many other rights.
And freedom of the press and many other rights.
Y libertad de la prensa y muchos otros derechos. So Americans have all these rights.
So Americans have all these rights
Así que los americanos tienen todos estos derechos because of what happened on July 4th.
because of what happened on July 4th.
Así que los americanos tienen todos estos derechos por lo que pasó el 4 de julio. This was the beginning of it all.
This was the beginning of it all.
Este fue el comienzo de todo. And we celebrate the 4th of July.
And we celebrate the 4th of July.
Y celebramos el 4 de julio to show how much we appreciate our freedom.
To show how much we appreciate our freedom.
Para mostrar cuánto apreciamos nuestra libertad. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutamente. Grandpa, I think Independence Day is my new favorite holiday.
Grandpa, I think Independence Day is my new favorite holiday.
Me too, dear. Me too.
Me too, dear. Me too.
Abuelo, creo que el Día de la Independencia es mi día festivo, es mi nuevo día festivo favorito. A mí también, yo también, cariño, yo también. El mío también, cariño, el mío también. ¿Ok? Very good. Mira, aquí tenemos unas preguntas que vamos a contestar, pero lo vamos a hacer a través de Kahoot. ¿Sí tienen su teléfono?
Sí.
Okay. Bueno, todavía no lo ocupan. Vamos a ver el video una vez más.
Ok.
Ya que tenemos ahora todo este vocabulario, ¿verdad? Díganme cuando esté compartiendo.
Ya, profe.
Ok. Va de nuevo el video, chicas.
Ajá.
Grandpa, why do we celebrate the 4th of July?
Well, you see, July 4th, 1776 was a very special day in America.
1776? That sure was a long time ago. So, what makes that day so special?
This was the first Independence Day in America.
Independence? What does that mean?
Independence means freedom. For many years, American colonies were ruled by British leaders. They had to do what the British rulers told them to do. They could not make up their own laws. Congress leaders wanted to change this. They wrote the Declaration of Independence, explaining why America should be free from Great Britain. On July 4, 1776, the Declaration of Independence was approved by Congress. America was finally free.
Hooray! Now Americans could do whatever they wanted.
Oh no, dear. America was free from British laws, but they had to make up new ones. Years later, in 1787, the Constitution was written. The framers of the Constitution had a meeting at Independence Hall in Philadelphia. Some famous framers were Benjamin Franklin and George Washington. Together, 39 framers signed and agreed on the rights that American citizens should have.
Rights. What are rights?
These are things that people have the freedom to do.
You mean like the Bill of Rights? I remember we learned about that at school.
Exactly. The Bill of Rights were amendments or small changes made to the Constitution in 1791. They were added to protect certain rights of American citizens.
Like freedom of speech and religion, right?
You've got it. And freedom of the press and many other rights.
So Americans have all these rights because of what happened on July 4th, 1776.
This was the beginning of it all.
And we celebrate the 4th of July to show how much we appreciate our freedom.
Absolutely.
Grandpa, I think Independence Day is my new favorite holiday.
Me too, dear. Me too.
Subscribe.
Very good, ladies. Me too. Me too, dear. Me too, dice el abuelo. Ok, ¿sí tienen sus teléfonos ahí?
Sí, profe.
Yes.
Yes.
Ok. Vámonos al Kahoot. Aquí tenemos la clave, chicas. O el pin. Muy bien, ya entraron. Ya entró Vanessa, ya entró Daisy. Okay, ready? American Independence Day, ladies. How many colonies were there? How many colonies were there? Two correct answers. Very good. Aquí tenemos la puntuación, chicas. Recuérdense que entre más rápido respondas, más puntos tienes. Okay? When was the Declaration of Independence approved? When was the Declaration of Independence approved? July 4th. ¿Nadie le agarró bien?
¿Cómo?
But July
De los
4th,
37, ¿no?
No.
1776.
Sí, profe.
Sí. Se me hace que esta pregunta no te da puntos, ¿eh?
Ah, ok.
¿Qué pasó? How much do you know about American Independence Day? Esta tampoco te da puntos, ¿eh? How
Okay.
much do you know about American Independence Day? I've never heard of this topic before. Nunca he escuchado este tema. I already know everything about it. Ya sé todo acerca de ello. Ok, aquí tuvimos dos. Una dice, I know a lot already, but not everything. ¿Quién respondió esa?
Yo.
Yo mucho, pero no todo. Y I need to learn more. ¿Quién respondió? Vanessa. Okay. Número 4. What is the name of the document that gives Americans rights and laws?
Right and loud. Ya me equivoqué.
The Bill of Rights. Very good. Very good. Daisy's still up on top. Let's go to the next one. 5 de 8. What does independence mean? What does independence mean? Freedom. Freedom. Very good. ¿Qué significa la independencia? Libertad.
Verdad.
Vámonos a la que sigue. 6 de 8. Daisy sigue ganando. Who governed America before the independence? Great Britain. Fantastic. Very good. Let's go to the next one. 7 out of 8. When is American Independence Day celebrated? When is American Independence Day celebrated? Hay 4. Entonces estaba fácil, ¿verdad? Regalada. La fecha del día de hoy. Muy bien. Y esta es la última, chicas. What was the name of the document that Congress wrote? Declaration of Independence. Fantastic. Muy bien, veamos los resultados de este juego. Daisy en primer lugar con 6,590 puntos. 7 de 8. 7 de 8, muy bien. Y Vanessa con 6,093, igual 7 de 8. Aquí, bueno, fueron todas. Hubo una pregunta que no daba puntuación, ¿verdad? Por eso no está. Entonces las agarraron todas bien. Excelente, muy bien, chicas. Muy bien. Ok, pueden guardar sus teléfonos. Nos regresamos a aquí. Tenemos las mismas preguntas, pero ahora las vamos a responder de forma escrita. Vamos a escribir las respuestas. Ok. Dice, when is American Independence Day celebrated? When is American Independence Day celebrated? Juntas, por favor.
When is American Independence Day celebrated?
Very good. ¿Cuándo se celebra el Día de la Independencia? Vanessa, ¿cuándo se celebra? Contéstamela, por favor, en inglés.
American Independence Day celebrate 4th of July.
American Independence Day. Very good. What else?
Celebrated.
Es celebrado.
Celebrated. Okay.
Is celebrated when?
4th of July.
On July 4th. On July 4th. Very good. Okay, Berenice, what about the next one? What does independence mean? What does independence mean?
Independence means freedom.
Independence means freedom. Very good. Independence. Please write it down. Escríbanlo, por favor. Independence means freedom. Independence means freedom. Okay. Very good. What about the next one? Berenice, pregúntale a Vanessa y Vanessa te va a contestar.
Okay. How many colonies were there?
13 colonies.
Very good. There were 13 colonies. Very good. Vanessa, pregúntale la que sigue, por favor, a tu hermana.
Who governed America before the independence?
Great Britain.
Very good. La respuesta completa, ¿cómo sería?
Great Britain governed America before the independence.
Very good. Very good. Great Britain governed America before the independence. Very good. Next one, please.
Did the original Congress like to be ruled by Great Britain? Explain.
Rule era reinado, ¿verdad?
Así es, reinado, gobernado.
Dice que
Que
si
si le
querían
gustaba.
ser, que si les gustaba ser gobernados
Gobernados
por ellos, ¿no?
por
Por
Gran
Gran
Bretaña.
Bretaña.
Así es. ¿Al Congreso original le gustaba ser gobernado por Gran Bretaña? Explica.
Sería... ¿Eso es el DIF otra vez o no? No, they no. No, they no.
No, no, they didn't.
No, they.
No, they didn't. Mira, fíjate en la pregunta. La pregunta empieza con el auxiliar. Mira, did the original Congress. ¿Qué quiere decir? Que está en el pasado. Entonces tu respuesta también tiene
Es
que...
did.
Así es. No, they didn't. Why? Explain. Dice, explica. ¿Por qué no les gustaba ser gobernado?
Because they want to be free.
Because, bueno, querían ser libres, sí, pero ¿por qué? Bueno, dijo una razón ahí, la cual fue because they couldn't make up their own laws. No podían hacer sus propias leyes. Because they couldn't make up their own laws. Porque no podían hacer sus propias leyes. Very good. ¿Quién sigue, por favor, para preguntar?
What was the name of the document that Congress wrote?
Congress wrote the Declaration of Independence.
Very good. Congress wrote the Declaration of Independence. Very good. Next one, please.
When was the Declaration of Independence approved?
Declaration of Independence was wrote in...
Was approved.
Was approved in...
When was it approved?
1776.
77.
July 4th, 77.
Very good. Was approved on July 4th, 1776. Very good. The Declaration of Independence was approved on July 4th, 1776. Next one, please.
The name of the document that gives American rights and law.
The name of the document that gives American rights and laws is Bill of Rights.
Very good. Is the Bill of Rights. The name of the document that gives Americans rights is the Bill of Rights. Very good. Next one, please.
Who wrote this document?
This document was wrote by George Washington and Benjamin Franklin.
Very good. This document was written by the framers. Le ponemos the framers. The framers. Los constructores.
Mhm.
The fathers of our nation, se les llama, ¿verdad? Los padres de la nación.
La nación.
Very good. This document was written by the framers. Okay, what about the next one?
When was it writing?
Written. When was it written?
It was written on July 1st, 1776.
It was written on, bueno, esa fue la Declaración de Independencia. Pero el Bill of Rights.
The Bill of Rights, 1791.
Very good. In 1781 or 91?
91.
In 1791?
1791.
It was written in 1791. Fue escrito en 1791. Next one, please.
Where was it written?
It was in Philadelphia.
In Philadelphia.
Hall, Independence Hall in Philadelphia.
Very good. It was written in Independence Hall. Independence Hall in Philadelphia. It was written in Independence Hall in Philadelphia. Next one, please.
How many, who were some famous framers of the Bill of Rights?
Some famous framers of the Bill of Rights were Benjamin Franklin and George Washington.
Very good. And George Washington. Some of the famous framers of the Bill of Rights were Benjamin Franklin and George Washington. And the last one, the next one, please.
How many framers in total wrote the Bill of Rights?
39 framers.
Había o hubo.
There was?
There were.
There were.
There were 39 framers.
Framers in
total.
How many framers in total wrote the Bill of Rights? There were 39 framers in total. Había 34 originales en total. Very good. And the last one, el último, por favor.
What are some rights the Bill of Rights offers?
Some rights that the Bill of Rights offers are freedom of religion, speech, and press.
Very good. Freedom of religion. Freedom of speech, sorry. Freedom of speech. And freedom of the press. What are some rights the Bill of Rights offers? Some rights that the Bill of Rights offers are freedom of speech and freedom of religion and freedom of the press. Okay, Vanessa, tú le vas a preguntar todas estas a tu hermana y tu hermana te las va a contestar. Desde el número 1.
When is American Independence Day celebrated?
American independence is celebrated on July 4th.
What does independence mean?
Independence means freedom.
How many colonies were there?
There were 13 colonies.
Who governed America before the independence?
Great Britain governed America before the independence.
Did the regional Congress like to be ruled by Great Britain?
No, they didn't because they couldn't make up their own laws.
What was the name of the document that Congress wrote?
Congress wrote the Declaration of Independence.
When was the Declaration of Independence approved?
The Declaration of Independence was approved on July 4, 1776.
What is the name of the document that gives American rights and laws?
The name of the document that gives American rights is the Bill of Rights.
Who wrote this document?
This document was written by the framers.
When was it written?
It was written in 1791. 1791.
Repeat it? No.
No.
Where was it written?
It was written in Independence Hall in Philadelphia.
Who were some famous framers of the Bill of Rights?
Some famous framers of the Bill of Rights were Benjamin Franklin and George Washington.
How many framers total wrote the Bill of Rights?
There were 39 framers in total.
What are some rights of Bill of Rights affairs?
Some rights that the Bill of Rights affairs are freedom of speech and religion and freedom of the press.
Excellent. Very good. Ahora tú le preguntas, por favor, Berenice.
Okay. When is American Independence Day celebrated?
American Independence is celebrated on July 4th.
What does independence mean?
Independence means freedom.
How many colonies were there?
There were 13 colonies.
Who governed America before the independence?
Great Britain governed America before the independence.
Did the original Congress like to be ruled by Great Britain?
No, they didn't because they couldn't make up their own laws.
What was the name of the document that Congress wrote?
Congress wrote the Declaration of Independence.
When was the Declaration of Independence approved?
The Declaration of Independence was approved on July 4, 1776.
What is the name of the document that gives Americans rights and laws?
The name of the document that gives American rights is the Bill of Rights.
Who wrote this document?
This document was written by the framers.
When was it written?
It was written 1791.
Where was it written?
It was written in Independence Hall in Philadelphia.
Who were some famous framers of the Bill of Rights?
Some famous framers of the Bill of Rights were Benjamin Franklin and George Washington.
How many framers in total wrote the Bill of Rights?
There were 39 framers in total.
What are some rights the Bill of Rights offers?
Some rights that the Bill of Rights offers are freedom of speech and religion and freedom of the press.
And freedom of the press. Fantastic. Ok, ¿alguna pregunta aquí con este?
No, profe.
Ok. Muy bien, mire. Una vez más vemos el video una última vez y ya para continuar con lo que sigue.
Ok.
Ok. One more time.
we celebrate the 4th of July?
Well, you see, July 4th, 1776 was a very special day in America.
1776? That sure was a long time ago. So, what makes that day so special?
This was the first Independence Day in America.
Independence? What does that mean?
Independence means freedom. For many years, American colonies were ruled by British leaders. They had to do what the British rulers told them to do. They could not make up their own laws. Congress leaders wanted to change this. They wrote the Declaration of Independence, explaining why America should be free from Great Britain. On July 4, 1776, the Declaration of Independence was approved by Congress. America was finally free.
Hooray! Now Americans could do whatever they wanted.
Oh no, dear. America was free from British laws, but they had to make up new ones. Years later, in 1787, the Constitution was written. The framers of the Constitution had a meeting at Independence Hall in Philadelphia. Some famous framers were Benjamin Franklin and George Washington. Together, 39 framers signed and agreed on the rights that American citizens should have.
Rights? What are rights?
These are things that people have the freedom to do.
You mean like the Bill of Rights? I remember we learned about that in school.
Exactly. The Bill of Rights were amendments or small changes made to the Constitution in 1791. They were added to protect certain rights of American citizens.
Like freedom of speech and religion, right?
You've got it. And freedom of the press and many other rights.
So Americans have all these rights because of what happened on July 4th, 1776.
This was the beginning of it all.
And we celebrate the 4th of July to show how much we appreciate our freedom.
Absolutely.
Grandpa, I think Independence Day is my new favorite holiday.
Me too, dear. Me too.
Okay, ladies. Questions?
No, profe.
No.
No.
Vanessa, questions?
No.
Muy bien. Entonces nos vamos al siguiente